morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today is Thursday. Oh, I hate the damn lighting and the way this works here. Anyway, today is Thursday. It's just a regular day. I'm getting ready for work. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just getting my dinner, my lunch together. I want to share a little story, and I'll tell you how this came about. I was walking to my car, and there's someone who I know who lives really close to me, and we have, I don't know what we have, but we have something, right? And so I want to tell you guys about it because it just came up to my mind, and I don't like having to read into people, and I find myself having to do that a lot with this person in particular. So I'm going to tell you about this person. I'm going to give this person a name because I don't want, to give out too much information or expose the person. Although it's not really an it's not really an exposing situation. But this person in particular, I'm going to give him the name Nathan. So Nathan and I knew of each other through mutual friends years ago. I mean, I knew of him maybe late high school. Yeah, late high school, because we had a friend in common. And so you know how, well, actually not how, but still, if you have a friend in common on Facebook, they come up, and in New York City, everyone's sort of intertwined with each other. So I knew of him in that, because of that. So let me see. So I knew of him because of that. And it just so happened that over the years, actually, I knew, now that I think about it, not only did I knew of him through that one person, but I also had another friend, and this, I'm telling you, it's a really small world. I had another friend who was trying to hook me up with him. So this friend that I have, I think I can reveal her name now. I have a friend, her name is Ivy. At the time, she was dating someone else, and her partner was friends with Nathan, and they sort of tried to like hook us up in a way, but it never went anywhere. It never took off. I don't even think that we spoke. I don't know, but it didn't go anywhere. So fast forward a couple of years now, Nathan and I, we didn't live close to each other just yet, but we had one thing in common, which was the school that we went to. We were both in college, and we both went to the same school. So Nathan and I sort of developed our own, friendship sort of relationship. We wouldn't speak every day. We would speak, but when we would speak for periods of time, and it was really good company. Like, he was never, it was never a situation where I'm like, it was always really good company. Now, I am going to say that I really liked Nathan. I really liked him. I liked his personality. I liked what he was about. I liked everything about Nathan. I couldn't read if he liked me back. And then something happened one day out of the blue, and I think Nathan said to me that because of the situation he was in, he didn't think it would be a good idea for us to continue speaking. Now, the situation that he was speaking of was that although he was single, he still had some sort of not a relationship, but he had ties to his ex still because of the living situation. So, for me, I'm like, what does one thing have to do with the other? That's how I took it. And I was really hurt by it. And I ended up just sort of like blocking him on all social media. It took some time before Nathan realized that I had done that, and so then he, reached out to me. He's like, oh, like, why did you block me on social media? And I told him the truth. I said, I didn't want to see images of you. Like, I was hurt. I was hurt by it. And then he said that the fact that I was hurt by what he said further validated that what he felt, that we should not be speaking or whatever. When he explains it, he said that he didn't mean that he didn't want to speak to me at all. He just meant that we shouldn't be speaking that often. But then, the way I interpreted it, I said, you know, we don't speak frequently, but when we do speak, we speak, you know, for a good period of time, and we want to hang out and things of that nature. So we kind of squared that away, and we were sort of like in an okay place after that. Mind you, that was like a couple of months, right? I would say like a couple of months. I would have to go back on my phone and do that timeline. A couple of months in between, from when he said what he said to when we spoke, when he realized that I had blocked him on all social media. So the thing with Nathan, and we're currently in an okay place, you know, like we're cordial, we can speak or whatever. But the thing about Nathan is that he gives off mixed signals, and one thing that I hate is having to read or interpret what someone's trying to say. It's like either you're interested or you're not, and it's frustrating for me because this is a person who I genuinely thought, hey, maybe this could really blossom into something, because we just genuinely had a good connection. At least I thought, right? And sometimes it seems like he's interested, and he'll hit me up randomly and we speak, and then sometimes it's just like, I don't know what, like, did he die and then come, did he move? You know, I don't know. So I don't even know. The last time we spoke, you know what, let me get the receipts. I really shouldn't be doing this because I'm driving, and on the opposite side of the road there is definitely a police officer stationed. But whatever. Nathan. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I should change his name to Nathan on my phone. Okay. The last time we spoke was like 2-3 weeks ago. It was just like random text. But even then, like, you know, we were just talking randomly. And he mentions that it's basically, I'm not going to repeat word for what he said, but he says, you know, it's crazy that we haven't chilled. Basically, like, we haven't hung out. That's what that means. And so I responded, I said, you know, you're right, you ain't lying. When we're going to make it happen? No response. 2 weeks later, he sends me a message. It has nothing to do with the last thing that we spoke about, which was hanging out. And it is just a random text. I mean, it pertains to the type of things that we will talk about, but it completely ignored the last text message. So I just responded shortly or whatever, and my response to him, he never responded back to. So I don't know. Oh my god, he's pretty handsome. I'm at a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just like, you know what? I'm not chasing after anyone anymore. I mean, I wasn't chasing after this person anyway, but I'm not going to lie. If that person were to be like, yo, like, let me shoot my shot, let's, give this a chance, or whatever the case may be, I think I would be down. But now I was just thinking about it, and I said, well, if this is now, when we're not even anything, this is really more so, like a friendship, but if this is what it is now, I don't want to really think about what it could be. You know, I don't know. It just sucks all around, and I think this goes to what I've been saying. That it just is not easy dating. Like, even like when you, first of all, it's hard enough to find someone that you think is I'm just gonna fucking say it. It's hard enough to find someone who meets your standards. So when you find those people that do meet your standards, and for me, they're very far and few in between. And I'm not saying that I'm the best thing out there, or that, you know, my standards are so high, you know, no one's good enough for me. But what I'm saying is there are certain things that I look for in a person, and one of the things that, you know, I really want in a partner is someone who truly, genuinely understands me, and who we can sort of have a bond that sort of like, you know, you get me. In the past, I don't think I didn't have that, and I think that's one of the things that, you know, was missing. You know, they say opposites attract, which yes they do, but at the same token, there has to be similar or mutual characteristics that both of you share. That's how I feel. So I felt like this, that was there with Nathan, and I've had this similar situation with other people, and it just doesn't work out. So it's very and let me just say that when the whole thing with Nathan and I happened, it didn't start out, or it was never the intention for it to be anything other than a friendship. But I have to acknowledge that throughout that friendship, and I think that this person, Nathan, would acknowledge this too, that I think we both realized that we had a lot in common, and that we had a type of chemistry. And maybe that frightened him, you know, because he still had a situation, not in the sense that he was in a relationship with someone, but maybe he had, you know, I don't know, because I know a little bit of the history between this person, and between Nathan and, you know, his ex, which I don't know if that's so his ex, I don't know. So I can understand some of that fright, but we weren't even like, we didn't get there, you know. It was just like, oh come on, before we even got to the race, you know, it just ended. Hold on. Oh my goodness. You know when someone just keeps like harassing you with the same thing? It's like, I already told you that I am extremely busy right now. I cannot get to what you want right this moment. Anyway, it just sucks because he really is a cool person, and he's pretty good looking. But what are you gonna do? Such is life, and in life, some things work out, some things don't. That definitely says don't fucking walk, and I'm not stopping. The pedestrians in New York City are just as bad as the fucking drivers in New York City. I can't. It's like, and I get it, because, you know, everyone's a pedestrian at some point, but you have to be mindful. Like, if the light is red, why are you crossing? Hold on. My coworker just texted me like, hey, are you almost here? Anyway, that's, you know, that's that story. You know, one of the things, this is gonna be a sort of random just blah. You know, I've been just thinking a lot about the purpose of my channel and why I did it and what I want to accomplish with my channel. And I think that I'm gonna start, my videos are gonna be more aimed towards that, in the sense that there's gonna be a lot more stories and conversations about dating as a Latino gay man, and everything that has to do with that. I feel like a lot of my vlogs had to do, well, the vlogs that I had put up have a lot to do with my life. Oh, I was in the wrong place. Okay. Oops. I didn't even realize that this. I didn't realize that the camera had moved. So I'm gonna start making more vlogs about that specific about that, because that was the main reason for my channel. That was why I wanted to start my channel. I wanted to talk about my life. And yeah, I feel like, you know, that's not just my life, you know. This is just you know, being gay and Latino is a branch on my tree, but it is a major component of, you know, the tree. So I'm gonna start talking more about these things. Anyway, I'm gonna get going because I'm in the garage just waiting for someone to come up and take the car, and I'm gonna get to work. So have a good day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, of course, I can't forget, I've been working on this. Sometimes I have it down packed and sometimes I don't. Comment below your thoughts on the video. Let me know if Nathan's playing games or what you think. I don't think he's playing games. I don't know what. But I don't think he's playing games. I think he's really genuine. But let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I'm putting up. And just let me know your thoughts in general overall. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.